Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Relevant Discussion Podcast, where we discuss everything that nobody else wants to talk about. So let's pull up and have a discussion. I am your host, T, and I have Brady with me here today, as always. B, what's going on?
What's up, T? How you doing? How's everybody doing out there? Hope y'all doing well and had a good week. Thank you for joining.
And I hope you guys caught up on the latest episode of the Relevant Discussion Podcast, where we had B's wife on the podcast and where we discussed their relationship of them being in a relationship of being in an interracial marriage. I hope you guys caught up on that. And if you didn't, just stop what you're doing. Don't even watch this. Just go back, watch that episode, and then come back and watch this episode so you can be all caught up.
That sounds like a good plan for the people.
Yes.
All right, let's go. So how was your week? How was your weekend?
You were here.
Hmm?
You were here.
Yeah, but the people don't know that though.
Oh, people. He was here. He was at the house. We had a whole family gathering. We watched the new Coming to America Part 2. We ate, we laughed, we had fun, we talked ish. As always, Brady had some inappropriate comments.
As always.
As always, what does he say? Childish age.
What I say?
Yeah. Don't
I,
you say like
uh,
what's the little comment you say like about you know bringing up inappropriate stuff?
I have no idea. I just know that I'm gonna act childish until it's all over. I'm act like a child forever. I have nothing else to say to that. Tanya knows it. The kid, I expect Isaiah and the kids know it. So
They
yeah,
just accept it.
stay young at heart, yo.
We just accept Brady's just gonna say inappropriate stuff.
So yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Probably, you know what? Quickly, I just wanted to ask, like, what did you think about the Coming to America movie?
I personally felt like if you didn't watch the first one, then I feel like this would have been okay for the people who never seen the first one. But if you have, then you really, really can't compare them together because I honestly feel like this one is more for this generation than the first one is. And I think that's just how these two movies are. Like I think our generation got the first one. That was for us. Now this generation has Coming to America 2, where it's a little bit more younger, it's a little more hip. Damn, I sound mad old just saying
Yeah, I didn't say it, Joe.
that.
You
Oh,
definitely give
Jesus.
a little bit.
Anyways, I ain't old. But I feel like it's definitely for like this generation, for these kids. Now, just how like the movie played out, this is for them. We giving y'all Welcome to America. Like this is how we experience it. Now it's your turn to experience it in this light. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought I think there was some. It was so. I think it came out in '83. I think I can't even remember the first one. So there's so much hype. There's so much hype around it. Just being so excited to watch it. So I saw it when I was a little kid. I did have. I mean, the kids did enjoy watching it. I mean, it was PG-13, but they enjoyed it. Seemed like a musical a little bit at times, but I still just the fact that they came back with part two. There were a couple things I didn't like. Probably, I'd say the one thing I didn't like was I thought Wesley Snipes' character was a little too extra.
Yeah.
In terms of just I don't know, I guess the overacting or overreacting to things a little bit too much dancing and stuff when
Yeah,
things
he was just
came up.
yeah, too animated. He was too animated. That's what it was.
He's too
Like
animated. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's a little too animated. And then King Akeem's son. I didn't. I wasn't too. wasn't too I thought they could have I thought he could have done a little bit better acting. But overall, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought I would just ask what your thoughts were about it, and if anybody else has any, and wants to share their opinion on it, please feel free to comment at the bottom. We appreciate it.
True. I didn't like his acting. He was just too corny for me personally. I felt like they could have picked someone else, but this is just my opinion.
Mm.
And I didn't like how they just didn't even talk about the mother, like as if she wasn't even
Yeah,
part of the first one. And you just had to put two to two together. I'm like, oh, okay, she died. Oh, so we just not even gonna talk about that she died. Okay.
yeah. I was surprised that there was no mention of the mom, maybe in like one scene. So don't know. I it, overall, I thought it was all right. Nothing crazy. Actually makes me. What I really liked was that they went back and replayed some of the older scenes and went deeper into them because there were such like quick flashes when like snippets during the first movie. But this movie made me want to go back and just go back and watch the first one again.
Yeah, I agree. I like that they went back and like showed like, okay, so the events leading up to him having his son. Even though I don't remember that part, and I feel like they recreated our whole entire scene just for this movie because I don't remember that. But maybe if I watch it again, maybe
Mm.
I'll see that scene. Maybe I missed that scene. But all in all, like I personally thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Besides like little one or two things that I felt like was not, it was all right. But all in all, like it's a very great movie. I definitely think people should watch it,
Yeah.
and have their own opinion of it. But this is just between me and B. This is how we felt about the movie. So yeah.
All right, good. Yeah. So moving along, I know you guys didn't tune in to listen to us be movie critics. So yeah, let's get into what the topic is for this week. Um, Basically, so it's what was it? Kids are ruining your quality time with your significant other.
Yes, yes,
All
yes.
right, yeah, and for the people who have younger kids, like myself and T, that can be, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's trying to find time to even sometimes even have a conversation with with Tanya is it can be very difficult. I mean, I've my oldest, he's off playing video games, so that's easy. They have to start a search party for him to go and get him. But for the younger one that needs constant attention, yeah, it's me and Tanya will start a conversation and she'll just get in the middle of us. If we're sitting on the couch, she'll just get in the middle of us and maybe jump on someone's shoulders. She might she might stop she'll stop pulling Tanya's hair, looking for looking for attention from somebody. Or she's just gonna make a mess all over the place and check to see if we're looking. So we can't have any conversation. So we have to wait until they go to sleep or until she goes to sleep for us to have to talk about stuff or even to just really hang out. And if that, and a lot of times we pass out before that even happens.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
I I
What happens
completely
to you
get it.
guys over
For us, I mean, okay, so the people should know, and if you don't know, then go all the way back to the get to know me part. B got, he got two kids, so it's harder for him to have like a conversation. With us, it's one. So it's a little bit easier, just a little bit easier. I mean, just a little bit.
there?
And with us, we kind of just have to like let her know, like, mama and dad are having a conversation. Can you please wait? Because me and my husband or Pat will be having a conversation, and she's just like, "Oh, mama, look at this, or like, Dada, come play with me," or something. And we just have to let her know, like, okay, mom and dad are talking, we're having a conversation, give us a second. And sometimes like it works, or sometimes we just give up. That is one of the things we are working on,
Yeah,
is
manners.
making time to talk to each other, especially for parents who are first time parents. It's like you still trying to figure everything out, even 2 years in, going on three. You're still trying to figure it all out. Like, there's no manual on how to do the parenting. So we're still trying to figure out, but our goal is to have conversations with each other, make time to talk to each other. In previous podcasts, we talk about, checking in on each other and say like, hey, are you okay? Like, that deep okay. So that is our goal, to, try to have conversation and keep us like center, and keep us like,
Mhm.
having those stimulant conversations that we used to have before having a kid. Because now it's just, does she have diapers? Okay, we need to buy clothes for her because the summertime is coming. We need to buy food. Is she hungry? Did she eat yet? Okay, we gotta start changing. Like, everything's about her, and then you just forget about yourselves.
And it's really it's very easy. Well, for some people, it's very easy to forget about themselves and then just go straight to the kids. What I would probably say is, from from my opinion, it's easier for moms to do that. Y'all got a hard, yeah. I mean, y'all have a hard job. I'll say that because I'll be sitting on the couch. They'll walk right past me and then just go and ask mom for something, and I'm just like, I'll be sitting there and I'm just like, well, I mean, he didn't really ask me, so I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna just keep chilling here, and then I can hear her get frustrated. I can hear her get frustrated in the back, being asked, being like, "Yo, you just walked past your dad. Why didn't you ask him?" And I'm definitely laughing in the back, but I'm just like, "Hey, they want you.
No, but that
You're
sometimes we need.
mommy's in high demand."
Yeah, of course. We did push y'all out. So, I mean, that makes sense. But we need a break too. Belle is now in this stage where, as soon as Pat gets home, let's go play. And I was like, chick, I was with you this whole entire time. You not once asked me to play with you. I had to play with you upon, on my free time.
Oh
I had
yeah,
to just make sure me and you played. And then as soon as like, oh, Dada, come play. And I was like, but aren't we playing? She just disregarded me, go straight to him. Dada, let's play. He hasn't even taken off his clothes, washed his hands, nothing. It's instant. Dada, let's go play. And then she gets upset if she tells him like, "Oh, Dada, sit on the floor," and I try to, step in. I'm like, "Oh, I can sit on the floor with you, and we can build." She's like, "No, I didn't say I want you. I said I want him. He
mm,
needs to sit on the floor. I don't know why you in our conversation." And I'm just like, "Okay, whatever."
yeah. I've noticed too. These little girls are real quick to check you on stuff too.
Yeah.
So I've
Mm.
definitely, yeah, I definitely watch well, Tanya has to watch what she says because I've seen, I've seen her check her. I mean, I've been told to go to timeout, all kinds of wild stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mad funny, but yeah, you know, just trying to make sure that you set time aside. I've read in either in different books or books I can't even reference right now. I just listen to a bunch of different audiobooks. You or whatever it might be. They say it's important for you to actually schedule that time, like put that time in your schedule and and don't blow it off. Like it's nice to have if you could get date night, if you could
Mm.
get date night once a week, every
Mm.
couple of weeks or or once a month. If you can do something like that, I know it was easier before, um, before the pandemic where you can just grab babysitter and stuff. But yeah, right now it's a little difficult. It's been a little difficult to try to get someone to just to just watch the kids. I mean, the fact that places have just now started to open up,
Yeah.
I know we're hoping to be able to schedule that a little bit, a little more regularly for us to just hang out. 'Cause what I tell Tanya is, um, you know, at some point these two kids are gonna be gone. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna be out the crib, and then now what? It's me and you looking at each other. Whether if they leave it like it could be like 20 years, 25 years, or whatever. Now we're looking at each other, and if we didn't take that time between when they were growing up to talk to each other, you know, 20, 25 years down the line, we're gonna be looking at each other, not even knowing who we are, who each other is, and we've
Mhm.
gone through change, and you're gonna go through changes. We've already gone through changes,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
both know it, but it's you just need to identify those, see those changes happening, and just wake up one morning. It's like, oh, I didn't know this is the way that you like things, or whatever, or this is what you're into now. So it's best to take interest in your significant other now rather than later. You could be it probably won't end too well if you're
Yeah.
if you're trying to figure those things out later.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I definitely think that there are ways to have quality time with your significant other. And I know for me and Pat, we have a few ways that we spend our quality time. One is sometimes once we put her down to bed, we'll just sit in bed and we'll just, we'll have conversation.
Hold
We'll
on a second.
talk while.
Hold on, my fault. I gotta interrupt real quick. So when one of you goes to put her to bed, do you guys lay in the bed with her to try to put her to sleep?
Okay, I thought you about to go like all the way left, like inappropriately, because I just said that. I thought something crazy was about to
Nah,
come
nah,
out.
nah, 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 not yet.
uh, not yet. So she did not let Pat put her down, so I'm the one that does it, and I'm good at fighting my sleep, so I will put her down to sleep and then come back and we can have like our alone time
Wow.
because
Yeah.
I I fight. I will fight for my quality time with my husband because there's like it's like almost like I don't even get to have conversation with my husband. I don't get to see my husband. Like I see him, but it's just like you want to see him in a different light because when you have conversations, like you're like, oh, these are the reasons why I fell in love with you, or like all these things come back. So it's just like I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna make sure you go to sleep, and then we go back, back to bed, and we like sit down and have conversations, or we'll put on a movie. And I mean, we may regret it. We're gonna regret it in the morning when we stay up like late, but I rather regret not getting enough sleep than, not spending quality time with my husband. So I'll take the no sleep because I know at least I'm
Yeah.
hanging out with my husband.
I have to say we're almost, yeah, we're not there. We're not there. I'll go, and me and Tanya will look at it. It's almost as if we're either bucking up or drawing straws or flipping a coin to see who's gonna put the kids to sleep, because one of us ain't coming back. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs, and I'm gonna go put some, and I go put them down, and I turn off the lights. Yo, as soon as the lights go out, I'm out.
Rap.
It's a wrap. I might wake up around midnight, look around, but when I wake up, when I wake up, it might be like midnight. Yo, all the lights in the house are on, and I know Tanya's knocked out.
She was
So I,
waiting for you.
huh?
She was waiting for you. She
But
was
it's
waiting
yo,
for
but
you.
hey, it's the same thing too though. But she'll go upstairs and put them to sleep, and then not come back for a couple hours because she passed out. So
I
we do it. Yeah. So we do it. It happens. It happens pretty often. It's just that we both, as soon as the light goes out, we'll both, that's actually everybody in the house. When the lights go out, we'll knock out.
Yeah, see, I've seen it before because there's been times where we're all at your house and Tanya say, "Oh, I'm gonna go put Autumn to bed." And we don't see Tanya
That's a lie.
for the rest of the night, and we joke like, "It's okay, Tanya. Just say you want to go to bed, and you use Autumn as your distraction, your reason why you're going upstairs, because that's it. We don't see Tanya for the rest of the night."
Meanwhile, I'm falling asleep on the couch while I'm talking to y'all.
Yeah, it.
It's, yeah.
I don't. I don't get it. Like B has this. I don't even get it. Like Pat has told me stories how you playing video games. Do you remember that story? You guys are playing video
No, we
games.
were playing FIFA. We were playing FIFA, and wait, it was either FIFA. I think it was FIFA, and my guy was at midfield, but they were like, yo, he just stopped working. He just stopped moving and I had the ball, and I just stopped moving, and then they looked over and they see me sleeping with the stick still in my hand.
Like, how you fall asleep playing video games?
Listen, I fell asleep I'm gonna let y'all. I fell asleep. If anybody remembers, yo, is Roxy still club? I don't even know. But yo,
Mm.
I fell asleep on the couch at the club.
That's horrible.
Yo,
Anyway,
I
that
had a
we
long yo, it was a long day before I got there. I definitely had a few beverages in my system. But yeah, I definitely fell asleep at the club. But anyways, um about what time do you try to put her down? What's a reasonable time for you guys to put her down?
so on the weekdays she goes to daycare, so she's already had her nap. It all goes off the nap time. So on the weekdays, she's already gone to daycare. She's already had her nap between like 11, 12, depending on how she was running around and playing at daycare. Depending on how tired she is, those are the two times that she goes to sleep. And then towards the night, because we're still up, she probably won't go to sleep until maybe like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Mm,
Those are the time like she'll stay up. Like we'll put her to sleep. On the weekends, it's the weekend, so we don't care. So she might have a late nap later than I would like it to be, and um, she might still go to sleep around the same time, like maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. Maybe she'll still go to sleep. And then when she does fall asleep, then obviously that's our time. The weekends, it doesn't matter because we have nothing to do the next day. We try not to plan as much on our
right, right.
weekends so we can stay up as late as we want just to, talk to each other and, be like when you first start dating, when y'all lovey-dovey and cuddling and whatnot, like just your first time hanging out with each other. We try to bring that back. So that's typically what we do. What about you? Like, what time are you guys like putting the kids to bed before you guys hang out?
Yeah, I would say so. Let's see. So Sunday night. So Sunday nights. Actually, that I think we usually we use that as kind of like our date night. Sometimes I will stay up a little bit later. If there's like a basketball game on, I don't even watch that much ball, but I'll have Isaiah maybe watch the game with me, and then put him up to bed. But
Mhm.
on the on the regular, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. I even go earlier. Yeah, sometimes it's like eight. I'd say like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We put them down. Takes about half hour to like maybe like an hour. That's if someone didn't pass. That's if one of the grown ups didn't pass out. And then and then we'll either watch a
Okay.
movie, watch a show,
Okay.
um, or just talk. talk about a lot of how the day went, the week went. Maybe things that I maybe forgot to tell her that came up during the week, 'cause that happens to me a
Hmm.
lot, where I'm surprising her with, oh, we're supposed to be here, because I forgot to put it in the calendar. We're very calendar we're very calendar heavy. Um, so yeah, that's what we do. So we try to do that every Sunday. Once a month we try to either go out, we either try to go out, or maybe if we're lucky enough, maybe an aunt will take the kids, and take them for a night or even an
Okay.
afternoon. I'll take that. Yeah.
Okay. So these are your date nights that you do,
Yeah.
like
You know what's been
out, like these are like the date nights you guys do, like outside the house, or like, this is something you guys do like before COVID, right?
this is
Like little
actually
date nights.
it's been during COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
been during.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
we-
Okay.
well, you know what? Wow, in the last year we've probably gone out to eat. I'd say, oh, just me and her. I'd probably say it's probably been less than 10 times. Yeah,
Listen.
it's been
Okay, that makes sense.
because at the same time, majority of the time if we've gone out, it's been as a family together, just because we're
Yeah.
just trying to support some, especially the local businesses around. Just trying to keep them afloat, because of everything that's been happening. So we'd go out together. Um, but those times where it's just me and Tanya, it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened as much as we'd like. So with everything opening back up,
Mm.
I think we'd like to be able to get that going again. So that's
Okay. Okay. Yeah, now that everything is opening up, I've read that businesses can now officially start doing like their outside eating starting April 1st in Boston. But if like the weather actually starts getting nicer sooner, then they'll open it much earlier. But I think that's like a great thing because I know before COVID, me and Pat used to at least try to do date night at least once a month or like every other month or something. Like we'll try to do like a date night for ourselves. Or if it's not date night, then we'll spend a night away. We'll just like go to a hotel and we'll spend the night away, and it'll, really, we don't have to worry about like, okay, we got to get home at a certain time.
yeah,
It'll just, it's just about us. There's unlimited time between each other, so we don't have to worry about that. So it's like perfect for us. I like that. I like, the mini getaway, little 24 hours away. I personally like that because it's like it's almost like a refreshing feeling for us
mhm,
that like we can go away just for a night and it's all about us and we focus on each other, and we'll watch a movie. um and this is like during COVID, and obviously this you can't do anything besides like takeout, or if you wanted to go inside and eat you could. But there has been times we just stayed inside and ordered food, watched a movie, and like for people thinking like, so you can't do that at home, like, yeah, we could do that at home, but then you have a little person that wants to sit in between you. You can't
yeah,
watch the movie because of violence. You have to try to find a kid-friendly movie and all that stuff. Like you gotta take all that stuff in consideration when you have kids. Like you gotta pick a movie that's like kid-friendly, that's they're not fighting, cursing, nudity, all that stuff. And you just want to like actually be an adult and like watch a movie without like thinking like, okay, does it have this, this, and this, and this in it?
Yeah.
So I personally love a a day away. I do love date nights too. Another another thing that we do, well, we actually just did is we both personally took a day off from work
Mm.
and we dropped her off at
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Remember the day he's like he took the day off? I took the day off too. And we
Oh,
dropped her off at
okay.
daycare. And it was just us. Like it was, we kicked it at home. We got caught up on shows. It was so nice. It's just like, just sit back and relax. And, we knew we were going to have to pick her up later on. And then we went out and had lunch. It was like our date. I can't say date night. It was a date day.
Hold on.
And it was fun. It was great. It was refreshing.
She was at daycare?
Huh?
She was at daycare at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an
Yes. We took her to daycare
that's
in
an
the
expensive
morning,
date, huh?
came back. Huh?
That's an expensive date, huh? It
It
don't
was
matter.
good.
Yo, it
It
don't
was good. I thoroughly
it's
loved
no,
it.
it's worth it. It's worth it. Because if you don't, if she doesn't go, you still paying for the day, right?
Oh, actually, no, not me. No. If she doesn't go, I don't pay for it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to tell people that. Wow.
Oops.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I have that kind of daycare provider that if she doesn't go to daycare, I don't pay for that day, which is like a godsend because Lord knows daycare is hella expensive. So I love the fact that if she ain't there, I ain't gotta pay. That's good.
Yo.
But anyways, regardless,
Lucky y'all. Okay. I'm glad
regardless,
y'all had
this is
a good day.
what
I'm,
look, sometimes you got to do that. We had a crazy 2 weeks. I'm working my regular job, the part-time job. He has these deadlines and paperwork and all this extra stuff. We're working out, where the weekends are booked for us. And it was just like a whirlwind of craziness. We're both exhausted and tired. And on top of that, we got to be husband and wife, mother and father, everything. And that all built up. And we just like, we need a day, just a day. And we did. We took a day and we focused on ourselves. We had conversations. We talked about stuff that we're doing now. We talked about stuff that we want to do in the next upcoming months.
mhm.
What we want our yearly goals to be like. We
Yep,
did
that's
all
important.
of that interruption free, kid free, and I think everyone needs to do that. They need to have a day where they send the kids to daycare. It's okay. They'll be fine. You see them every single day. One day without the kids will be fine. And it was great. We went out to lunch. We had a date. It was like date. We just had a date with each other and it was great. It was amazing. And I can't wait to do it again.
Now, that was important. That was very important what you just said. Uh, uh, Taking the time to, with the buildup of everything. You've got stuff going on. He's got stuff going on, and really taking the time to just kind of just push all that stuff aside for the two of you to just
Mhm.
to just hang for you to just hang out and chill and just talk and enjoy one another's company. Um, just yeah, just the importance of that. You might not even realize how important it is at that moment in time, but when it's
Mhm.
all said and done, when it's all done, that time period is done, and you're back to that grind again. You're like, "Ooh, you know what? Yo,
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed myself this past weekend, or last night with you know with
Yeah.
with my significant other, because I'm going through I'm going through some shit right now. I'm going
Yeah,
through a lot,
exactly.
so I needed something to, I guess, to kind of decompress with so much
Mm-hmm.
stuff going on,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So to be able to um, to be able to set that stuff aside. And it what's funny is you're you know she's your child's young. She's not even in like
Yeah.
sports or doing any of these other extracurricular activities yet.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till that stuff starts up. I think that's for me. That's the time where I just want to make sure I don't lose myself in. Isaiah asked me. He said he wanted to play football. He said he wanted to play basketball. He asked me about baseball. So soccer. So you got 3, 4 sports that want to be played. How you gonna get there? I gotta take you to all this stuff. Meanwhile, this
Yeah.
stuff that I want to do, and then when Autumn's old enough, she's gonna have her stuff. So it's like we're just gonna be driving around all day, getting them to different sporting events, and then come together at night and probably be way too exhausted for us to even have a word. So we're trying to put
Yeah.
things in place now to
Mm-hmm.
possibly avoid that kind of thing happening. Like I said, I already told him. I said, you're only playing one sport at a time. Every season, one
Yeah.
at a
Yeah.
time. When I was a kid, I played on two different basketball teams in one season.
Mm-hmm.
I would finish one
Mm-hmm.
game, and I would show up at halftime to another game, and my
That's a
parents would
lot.
drive
I
me
don't know.
around. My parents would drive me around to all of them. And when I think about that now, I'm not gonna let that happen. They weren't happy about it, and I know I'm not gonna be happy about it. So I just need to make sure that I'm thinking ahead, and just being able, just having the foresight to make sure that I'm able to spend time with my significant other.
That I completely agree with that 1,000%. She's not there yet. Um, but at the end of the day, you got to find that middle ground. And if you and Tanya aren't good, then the house is not good. So you
Right, right.
can't just run around. It's like you guys are just passing each other, quick like kiss, good morning, and then good night. And then it's like you guys are just moving past each other. And then you guys don't even realize you guys haven't even like had a dope conversation. You haven't gone on dates and all this extra stuff. So it's good to just balance everything out. That's great. It's great that he wants to play every single sport, but it's also great that you're letting him do it every year he does a different sport, because that will be insane. Then you will never have time for yourself. You'll never have time for Tanya. You'll probably
No,
barely see each other, barely see Autumn. So it's like you have to essentially put your foot down and say, hey, you can do football this year. If you like it again, then that's great, because then you could just continue next year. If you want to try something out, then that's great. But I completely agree. Balance is what is healthy.
yeah. See,
So
I
I
it's
know that. I feel like,
it,
guys, sorry for the long pause. I was like,
it's a constant battle. But we make the time for each other, and that's all you got to do.
yeah. So yeah. So like for you and Tanya, you guys are like always on the go. Like every time we talk to you guys are just like go, 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 go. Um, like, do you guys find little things as your date night? When you guys do things together, do you consider it like, oh, this is our date night?
Yeah, when we're able to work out together, that's a day date. So a lot of times we'll pick a day out the week where we'll go to the gym together. If we can do that.
Hmm.
Now that kids are going back into school, we can't really do that during the week because Isaiah's got to get picked up off the bus. So that's like kind of like that time, kind of that time frame where we would head out. Um, so now that's kind of moved on to the weekend. So that time is really important where we can just drop the kids off. We can drop the kids off in the daycare area. They really enjoy it, which makes things so much easier. And then we go and work out. Uh,
Okay.
we'll work out. We'll talk about anything that comes to mind. In between sets, we're laughing, we're doing whatever. At the same time, we're talking to other people. So it's funny because it almost turns into like more of like a social, more of like a social event kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, versus, I mean, you still getting a good workout, and you're still getting a good workout in. Of course, that's the main. That's why I'm there. But it does turn into like a social event. And then if we decide to do it's funny if we're doing cardio, we're barely even talking to each other because now that's her moment to have to herself, and I have that to myself. I get a lot of time to myself because I work outside of the house. So I'm commuting back and forth, and I'm by myself in the car, versus she's taking the kids with her when she's going. Well, especially Autumn, she's taking her with her when she's going places, so she's able to. So she's not able to really be by herself all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's why I make it a point that when I get home, I'm just like, hey, do you need some time? Do you need to chill out by yourself? And she usually says no because she's so used to having somebody around. I'm just like, I'm basically just like kicking her out, either out of the house to go for a ride, or just or telling her to leave this section of the house or something. They're like, yo, just go chill, just go be by yourself for a little bit.
I agree. I agree. For us, we turn anything into like a quick little date night, or like I'll joke around and like we go grocery shopping. I'm like, oh, date night, and we don't have her with us. Like I'll say like, oh, that's our date night. Or if she, you know, goes hang out with her grandmother, I'm like, oh, let's just call this our little baby date night, because at the end of the day, we gotta find time to hang out with each other. So those little moments that like she's not here are like precious little moments for us. Um, I guess for us, like, we do work out together, but she's there. So that's one thing. She's always there when we work out. Um, we try to just have time for ourselves, if even if it's like I said, sending her to her grandmother, and she stays down there for like an hour or two, and that's great. That's us hanging out, cuddling on the couch and watching our shows. um we sometimes would just enjoy dinner together.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll go out to eat after work, or we'll grab a drink after work. We've been doing that lately, where once I finish my second job and he's finished, we'll just say, hey, let's go get a drink or something, and that's another way for us to spend quality time with each other. Um, we like to make sure we spend as much time with each other, because we're always on the go and we're always moving,
yeah.
and it's extremely exhausting sometimes. So we try to make sure that we have time, and it's the littlest things that we appreciate. And the littlest things could be just a 15, 20, or 30-minute away from her, and we appreciate that, and that's our date. Like, I guess we essentially just find anything can be our date, because
Oh yeah, that's that's important. Yeah, that's important to realize too, for sure. That
everything.
anything can be like it doesn't have to be like this long drawn out, you know, afternoon or evening. Like even like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
even just I guess I'd probably say even just acknowledging, the other, the other person. And as long as y'all don't turn into roommates,
Oh yeah, don't turn into
as
roommates.
long as y'all don't turn into roommates,
Don't do that.
you
Don't do
should be
that.
good. You should be good. Like, yo, it's like it's Monday. Like, yo, I ain't seen him since Thursday. Like, oh, that's roommate status. So you definitely wanna
Exactly.
you definitely wanna stay
Exactly.
with roommate
No,
status.
I completely agree. I turned anything into date night because, like you said, it doesn't have to be this big elaborate thing. We don't even have to leave the house. And
Yeah.
even if we do leave the house, it's like, oh, maybe we'll go pick up our takeout, or we'll go to the grocery store or something. Like, that's our time together. Because, when you're always on the go, you got to find time. So that's literally how we make time for each other sometimes, is we take whatever time we get by ourselves. That's it. That's our date tonight.
Yeah.
And it may not seem a lot to other people, but we appreciate it. And we love the little times that we spend together.
Yeah, I think it's all of that's important, for sure. And I think another part that we do at that Tanya and I do add is, you know, hanging out with other adults. That's it. Yeah, that's very we make that not all the time because you just not everyone's schedules link up like that. But
Mhm.
just trying to make time to hang out with other adults, close friends, close family members. Um, we found that that's for us that's been really important too. Just to because usually if that happens, that's we're getting out the most likely we're getting out of the house.
Mm. Mhm.
So that's yeah, that's been important too.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, the most we haven't gone out like on a double date with anyone. I know we planned on doing a few double dates, but we just mostly hang out with you guys, or Josh and Gaetan, our cousins. So that's pretty much the most adult time that we get. It's with you guys and the family. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
But
you
I,
got children running around everywhere.
yeah, kids are running around playing video games, and we over here talking trash.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's just pretty much how it basically goes.
Oh man.
I know. Like, okay, so this is like sidebar. So when we try to stay up, so this is like one of those things, like when one of us stays up and it's me, I stay up, and Pat will make it for 2.5 seconds and we'll watch a movie or a show. And I'll just, if I don't hear anything, if like normally when you're watching a show or like a movie or something, it's good, like you'll say something. So like we were watching a show, I was like, oh wow, babe, wasn't that crazy?
No.
I didn't hear not a word. So what I do is like I'll put my hands over his eyes to see if he's sleeping. And that's how I know that he did not hear one word. And then took it 2 seconds later. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't even mess around. I'm like, yeah, I was sleeping. And Tanya doesn't even she doesn't even hit pause or nothing if I'm knocked out. I'm
This
like, yo,
time,
you finished. I'm like, yo, you finished the season? Yeah, I wasn't, like, you wouldn't wake up. I did whatever I could, and you just didn't wake up. And I said, and I'm at this point, I'm fine with it. Fine with it. I'm like, I know you can't wake me up. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just tell me where I fell asleep. If you think you know where I fell asleep, just let me know. I'll just rewind it and I'll go back to watching it.
yeah, see, I don't like that. I don't like that. So like I can do it certain times, but he'll know like so the I don't know if you've ever have you guys started watching WandaVision on Disney Plus? That's a good one to watch. Very slow to start. Very slow to
Oh,
start.
already lost.
Yeah. Huh?
Already lost Tanya.
Yeah. I think you'll like it. I think you like it gets juicier, it gets like better towards like, as it goes on. But we were watching WandaVision and he fell asleep. And I did put my hands over his eyes to see if he was awake, and he wasn't. He fell asleep. And the next morning, he's like, "Oh wow, I missed it." I was like, "Yeah, you did. You did. It was really good. It was really good." So we went to started watching again, and he's trying to figure out where did I fall asleep again? I think I remember this, but then I get upset because I'm just like, now I gotta watch this all over again. I already seen it already. I don't really want to watch it again.
If you tell him it was that good, you should be good to be able to see it again.
Yeah, no,
That's the
there's
point.
certain things that I'm just like, I don't want to have to watch this again. Or like there's certain movies that like he makes me watch, and like falling asleep during the movie, and I didn't want to watch it in the first place. So
Um,
now I'm trying to hurry up and watch, finish the show because I don't want to watch it.
you fast forward it?
Huh?
You fast forward it if you fall asleep?
No, I just continue watching it, or I just like pause and I'm like, all right, let's just go to bed. Come on, let's go. And then he's like, okay, I don't know where I left off. And then I'm like, now I have to sit here, rewatch the show. I didn't even want to watch the show or movie in the first place. Now I gotta sit here and watch it and waste more time. I just want to finish it already. Like, sometimes I get mad because I don't want to think I don't want to be watching. Now we gotta figure out where you left off, and I'm gonna have to describe and tell you what happened. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want to do
there,
it.
there in my house, there's none of that. Like, yo, this is where you may have left off. You figure it out. There's no,
Yeah, he is.
there's no
He
talking
is
about
actually.
that. Nah,
Or
you
I tell him like,
don't
just
understand it.
go watch it on your own time.
Yeah, that's what happens. It gets watched on their own time.
Yes, like, just watch it on your own time because it's just like I just want to continue watching it. And there's times it's like he'll be, oh, so you couldn't even pause it, you couldn't even stop it. I was like, I didn't even know you even fell asleep. Like you like there's just been times that I've been like, I'm the type of person when I watch TV, I watch TV. Like he has always said, like, when you watch TV, you're so focused and you're so interested in what's going on that you don't even pay attention to anybody else. He can have a conversation with me and I won't even like, I don't say nothing. And then he gets mad, but then he has to realize that's literally how I am. Like when I watch a show, a movie, like
If you're
I'm
interested
like
in it,
deep
yeah,
into it.
yeah. If you're interested in it, there's no reason for you not to be deep into it. But you do need to know your surroundings.
Well, I mean, when I'm home, it's when I'm home, yes. Now when I'm out, then I'm like I don't see my surroundings. But when I'm home, like I'm so deep, like into the show that I don't even realize that he's fell asleep and he missed like like half of the series, the show, and now I gotta stop it because then I like it so much that I have to stop it and wait for him to wake up and then we'll have to watch it tomorrow.
That's always.
That's when it upsets me because it's just like this, either I don't want to watch it or it's so good that I get mad that I have to like stop it because you fell asleep.
Anyway, that's a
But
that was the that was a real sidebar right there.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
guys. That I had to get that off my chest. I
yeah,
had
I can see that. I can see that. Oh yeah, chest decompressed. Let me see. Let's see. So yeah, do you have any closing thoughts on tonight's topic?
Closing thoughts, guys. Remember, spend quality time with your husbands. Husbands, spend quality time with your wife. Your kids will be okay. They'll be fine. Send them to daycare. Send them with their grandparents, their aunt. They're gonna live. But you guys need to come together and spend quality time and remember why you guys fell in love with each other and why you guys are married. Quality time is key.
All right, thank you for those. Thank you for those closing remarks, T. Yeah, I guess I would say, yeah, just you got to make sure planning is very important. A friend of mine, he plans. He's such a good planner. This dude This dude, when he moves, he has like an Excel spreadsheet for moving. So this dude is detailed as he's detailed. He's a planner's planner. That's what he is. He's a planner's planner. He's my that's my dude. But yeah, plan your date nights. Plan plan that QT with your special person. 'Cause what I always tell I've said this earlier and I'll continue to say this. I'll say this until until I'm not here anymore. Spend time spend time with your significant other, especially if you have make time with your significant other because if you have especially if you've got children, um they're going to be they're gonna leave. They're gonna have to get up. They're gonna have to move out, raise their own families or whatnot. They're gonna have their own places, and it's gonna be mom and dad left, and the
Mhm.
two of you are gonna be looking at each other like, so what have you been up to the last 20, 30 years?
Mhm.
Let's get caught up. You don't want to get to that point where you're talking about let's get caught up. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's what I'm gonna leave it.
Ooh. Boom, mic drop. Walk away. All right, guys. So this is the end of this episode. Please remember to like, comment, and share on this episode. And I also want to say thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for showing our last episode so much
Yeah,
love.
thank you.
You guys, we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember to head over to our Instagram page, that's Relevant Discussions. Please like, share, save anything that you like on there. And remember to protect your mental health, protect your peace. No one should be able to take away your happiness. Have a great day, guys.
Yeah, enjoy your week.